na chairman me hu na che na enemi hu na mse ensisa kakra abemu chairman mame mo akwa bansa na medical comment on ensisa kakra na mehu no chairman good afternoon.
Fine afternoon.
Na enom disencha
Nyamiadom.
Chama ishi acho.
Papa. Ema ni jise mashia.
Yeda edenyamiasi. Chama no about you say me who say about
corona lockdown. Nti we obi go bia. So we say bia me nja boss.
Me ni so ja about you say.
Ma lockdown corona nti me nkonko pebled. Nti restrictions through na fe ma ye free ho. Me bom paye. Na mpaye na to da bia won say something abrumu na ho de na wo etirimi no munti no efu na ahode na ba na mpaye no eye adwubanti no ma yese as part of me covenant of God no say me gire abom mpaye mo man no say na be ya sa corona enko escalate no I've decided to be praying alongside, and this is one of the things that I'm doing. Say I'm not born my year through.
Chama minim say wo ye elder nti Bible ndi onim. Ayi Samson asem ya wo kan. Samson wo di juri ayi Philistine for no man gu yo na di ensu di juri bibia na.
E di juri corona gu.
Chairman, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much. Honored.
In the encommon yen share one of the initial questions and can maybe be I believe say even offer no kwa but mami bisa generally how are you feeling?
Oh, Nyaminti, it's not been easy, you know, with all the troubles. My program now I'm starting a real bear one. Let me call court. And see court so you know umpi.
Yeah.
Until me catch them on say depending upon tama court no a be jam no. And I'm but at least say 30 minutes cry never be even anymore. Until me sure suffer no my area no. Na ya genenti say matimi nya kwa bodura but before I maybe ban no crown so now say cycle run a very quick errand before your flag bearer.
Okay.
President John Dramani Mahama sa COVID-19 by Yehuna na ho fama a sense of patriotism and nationalism that he has exhibited across all fields, across all board. So far about 20,000 food packs and Chichama households. And I was reaching out to during the lockout, Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, Ashanti Mine Council, so on also a call, and I feel union and Kremufo, Chief Imam, and Al-Sun and all the other sections were reaching out to them. Or Asakwe Simwan, Ewo Kumasi, and so I'm a union, na and then or say. Sa aturenche mo abai so wo hwe one body a omo aya affect enra in fact enra and so osoma me ma ye free all the 5 driver unions wo Ghana ha ye GP Pro Tour cooperative through drivers and concerned drivers ma ye donate about 2,600 face mask at the moment because no say ohwa anyone driver for no anyone mate for no one are very exposed. Nurses, doctors, other paramedics, I'm drive Ubiko, and Ubia, Intino, woman never say almost more bamboo, Intiano, or more 2,600 mask, and begin said driver for no sojano, or near jumper, and now a drew young papa muscle force.
Okay,
he just say, as some way by, almost 2 months, as for. I sorry na I lockdown among sorry. I sorry for also vulnerable and poor people amongst the congregation. And I saw for Nankasa Crown so the Thai pastors be a Christian council for Beshe and be quite be on Befa so the Beshe now more abom intino. And then me know say just about 30 minutes ago and I had a presentation of 100 bags of rice and about 240 bottles of cooking oil at the Ama Christian Council General Secretary. They say council no so na who can be for some of the bebo. Watching we are doing a similar thing to the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic churches also. You better donate a quantity of from President Mahama.
Alright.
Now the amount. Until no so ye eranda question now because I say and then why am I mine? na mpesa me so me ka say we my mama my
a step in the right direction. But mami focus here a little bit on you because now all catch a itinerary and the stress you are going through, especially the fact that we call quarter the case has been adjourned. Me nim say a case been a do call quarter a leak tape in some now. But I thought I read in the on the tablet it said one more adjourn case indefinitely.
Oh, yeah, call Supreme Court because lawyers know appeal against a certain decision or by the High Court judge with the assembly, Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court of course saying there was almost my declaration on the matter. Then we have to go back to the court, and then inform the High Court. And then seek leave of the high judge. And I said that is the process that we went through today. I accept now because I will court until baby I can see you and I say I heard it.
Chairman, as some ways who are as an individual why politics are channel. Who is politically motivated?
Well, I think it's completely politically motivated. Because I didn't understand. Who can say your friend was the idea say me market I could kidnap on Crofo. Oh anymore. Maybe as about the secretary na obeka say be a kidnapper. I mean it was very strange to me because you know obi on me assign be name who I am and I know who I am. Nti sansam no ba na asefim kakra ba nyankopon nya na de kwa. They call a police headquarters. Initially, no more ye kasi yanko because now you feel say it was becoming too much. I mean, how can you, in your wildest imagination, ever dream say a natural man of a party? My year Juma, assume of my ICC markets, I hope be me. I make a casting from Koshi market. In any case, KJT market here, I was the local government minister, President Mills time, and the initiative and President Mama Betwas, and your day. No KJT when you're market. I was local government minister when it was done. Why should anybody wildest imagination think say let alone to go and kidnap people? Yes, see, this are charges here to me. But you know, let me just end because people don't know the end of the story until they sit and draw conclusion. And that is where my pain is because I felt like about this time. No, the police public relations should have come to tell the whole Ghanaian public, say, Ofosu-Ampofo, friend will be you who say, Assemno, and Yasim but they never told Ghanaians. Until now, I have to tell my own story because they called to the police headquarters, CID. I mean, nobody photo me, no better, me say, Nipawi, Unimo, and I'm assuming anymore. Me who by brother. Oh, woman no more accused, I won't know one back, must be a meeting. Na more hatchet plans or more side we say. What I do know, they say, will be a conspiracy, not say, Yachiwa.
Yeah.
Your people must be there. Your accusers must be there.
Yeah.
But pictures at the better. They can't say anymore. Then they say, oh, almost someone who share between 16th to 20th April last year. Now, fortunately, in those days, no coincided with the Easter Convention. And you know me, as a Pentecost for Easter Convention in Fred Niagara.
Yeah.
During that time, 4 days now I was at a convention. Easter one day, no. And I'm if you have it to call UK. And I'm a bar in about 10 days. In the period now, I was nowhere in Kumasi. When I gave evidence of my movement, and then my passport, and then my days near days, and that's the end of the matter. And I thought that it would have been fair on the part of the police authorities, no, to come and clear my name. And one of them say, and it is just hanging over, say, hey, you say, I mean, you see, when people take years to build their reputation, and somebody wants to take one day to bring that reputation down, it is very hurtful and painful. And I still expect the police to inform the public, say, I'm friend, let somebody to drive a quarter 20. And now YouTube now bomb me doing crowd dance anymore now. People who don't know me will associate myself. And you see, when you are traveling, that's what could do me green.
Yeah.
You're bored, you. Your co-computers near board. You're bored. Everything about you comes up, pops up. Until assuming some may call America, I'm near board near because I'm involved in kidnapping. Do you know what will happen to me? So I expect the Ghana police to come and clear my name.
But that expectation would only become real. Say police for the catch there so much closely get on the matter. One more catch so much closely doctor.
Well, almost some here from one friend view. I mean, but they cannot also hang forever. Because you will not be serving me of justice. If you decide to say what tried they are not there too. The whole year say I'm involved in this and you call me and there's no outside of two later. And so you should hang. Obi an ka hwenjo.
Chairman, anything I also a lawyer no. And it's a lawyer for who say asem no for some time as a police for no anything conclusive. That is where they should also step into demand say one more officially.
I've spoken to my lawyers and they're going to do exactly that.
So no we hanging around as what chairmanship how would you mayo?
Well, to some extent. But no I can say there is no pillow as soft as clear conscience. Once your conscience is free, you know that you are not involved in anything. In my whole lifetime, I have not involved myself in any violence. I have not done anything against anybody. Be anywhere. Through my schooling, you can go back to my school. There's nothing like that in my DNA, and I don't do it. Until I sleep, and I sleep well. I believe it is all part of the politics. Let's frustrate him. Let us do this to him. Now, my catcher must say, a footballer, I've been a friend of Mayele. Mr. Fred, kwasi apia Mayele. Now, and the say, a kwasi you there. Body, I could be you there at the Mayele National Center. Quite be about first of 15 years, own money, a friend say, space to operate, you understand? I think that is what they are trying to do. It is. I have gone to court for about 29 times. And severally, maybe I know 2 of the time back now was also. I have to travel all the way from Sehuyoso to back now a year bono a year go so. I have to live there all night. Once I was in Techiman, I have to travel all the way from Techiman. Twice I was in the northern region. I don't put anything because I have to go by flight in Namaba.
Yeah.
Until to that extent, it's a little inconvenience. Say, oh yeah, you want no flag bearer? Make I my friend say, yes, let's comfort this member to make a police station. You know how it is. So to that extent, it has caused a little bit of discomfort, but I'm not discouraged by it at all. I'm very, very focused. More often than not, I come to the court. Me free where I know my tracker when I'm in the court with my name distracted me. Like I have this afternoon, and with my 4 programs coming from the court. I've gone to meet the organizers from the book. Organizers a small meeting, be party headquarters. I have to go and address them. Me feel my presentation on behalf of His Excellency and my baby Drew. Even though whoever we know or the Trincham I have the backing of my party executives. Any time that I'm not there, somebody is there to support and take over and do the work for me. So far, we are soldiering on.
Yenjina a little bit on about the governance system. The point you made about politically motivated. When Nipa was church that way yesterday, won't mean succeed without the cooperation of the police and also the judiciary. In that respect, what conference will police in the judiciary anymore?
I'm expecting them to do a professional job.
But you as an individual, do you have confidence in them?
I'm expecting them to do a professional job, which means that I trust they want to do professional job. They are capable of doing it and doing it well to serve, to let justice, prevail. And Sunday, coat of arms is a freedom and justice. I am praying very, very hard. Say whoever has something to do with this will do a very, very professional job and will not allow anybody to politically manipulate them.
But has your expectation been met?
Well, we are still in the process. So far, so good.
So far, so good. And also, na share from 2017, Ghana for a 2 year. Na yede ma MPP aban na omampani na Adano as president. Muna mufi edwaso ansa no mo ba. The rhetoric then was a matter of corruption, a matter of incompetence, a matter of several number of issues. So far, 3.5 years down the line, almost, Nana Akufo-Addo. Amemo hu ni saying.
Oh, we no can. If you double in rhetorics and promises, coronavirus will expose you.
How?
We are faced with a major health pandemic. You miss I say, but for the legacy, positive and strong legacy of President John Dramani Mahama, and can he Ghana for we do anybody.
So only me governance is a continuum.
In the middle of this, and then Legon Hospital, Bank of Ghana Hospital, Ghana East Hospital, Ridge Hospital, several other health infrastructures, NDC, and President Mahama provided, and Abaji Ghana phone call. It will be, say, 3.5 years. And I got Dr. Baumian, one single hospital almost. I can't say we buy no. But we call manifesto, almost can clearly say on bar. This hospital in the Hobia and BC. Near Walk cry, yes, you cry no. Come away, near be a man, I say, a sense on chrono. Near cannot cry, yes, you know. One mayor knows more just you. There be an American, ya cry and say, most of this major health infrastructure are in MPP strongholds. Now, in the part, Monkofo, Atwaba Momo, Bidia, na say, party beer, Mon support at the Amamo, more party by no will be you, Mamma. Abitifi, Ukoha. When was the last time NDC for a winning election was BT? Now district hospital had MPP for Kumawu is a fortress for the MPP. Apart from 1992, on Bakoto parliamentary elections, NDC new representative MPP has won throughout. And so the hospital, maybe I may call Kumawu and make sure I was you said district hospital. No other mean a person than Kumau Mahi and Sato in Sayem a Pananaku for the Misrawa. I did who hear me pa and hospital. 3 years hospital in Shiguro. President Mama Becker said Matter say and I see news to say contractors are going to site us. Does it mean that if we had not come out and come on site, no more concord to us? We are no now call for me. I dance for me now. For me now, one area, MPP, very, very strong. I've gone to lead the election there. It's like a rock for NDC. Two from the baby now, the BBSC. President Mahama Bai or something. Ghana and By meaning him. Intimacy Hospital, from Mena Hospital, ABC, it has been abandoned. Oko Bekwai Hospital, DC Hospital, one of the major edifices. 2 times. It is almost 90-something% complete. 3.5 years at Asusi. It is a see governance, not say governance is continuing. Then what should have happened is like about them. And you see, we can count. I'm just talking about a few areas where people are at a stronghold. Ukokumasia, because of doctor strikes near there near Kosuntino. President Mahama, in his wisdom, decided say doctor no striker. Na Accra had it. You cry or 2 Omonko strike. Police 37. They are regimented institutions. You know, strike.
Yeah.
Into the Bia no say strike banner say a paralyzed government hospital. Now police hospital 37. Has put in normal barber boy. The whole of the middle belt corner of insect in this facility in the you could see another military hospital. Ewo Kumasi Afari. Was here do baby a kaka near we 3.5 years and that's all. I know. Until you ask yourself if you are just assessing the government, because I just came onto the health infrastructure because they say the biggest challenge we are facing is a health pandemic. It is this where I say more day on my share in some 3 years. Say my year. And to me the associate name we say but there's nothing for them to show. I
know, and sometimes explanations are a free government communicators or urban say. Firstly, no mobile economy no. It was on its knees for a period of let's say 1.5 years. I feel no more fix the economy. I'm managing now. So number 2, some of these contracts are money contracts in the sign. I feel no more audit some of these contracts to see say money value for money audit, it was done properly. As Ghana for this infrastructure, a year now.
You see, one of the year my disappointed any media. The role the media has. When the media no, they even subject the opposition more under scrutiny than the government. Because this is a very simple thing. So you buy 4 years. Now the 3.5 years, year auditing. Now we call Ghana for after 4 years. Now I am more. Now we catch one say, "Moto abama no." Na contract abado. Na me hwehwem ntimi the 3 years I hwehwem mentimi anye antwaso because me so hwehwem. Then you don't deserve another term. As simple as that. Well, how does it take for you to do auditing of a project? All the documents are available. Again, anyone can economy is in shambles in your mom. When COVID-19 by a year, we can before I be January IMF. No, now see a co-president Mahama, legacy organization fund that we just told near Kubum Besiabe 200 million Ghana cedis. And so send the price I'm to share. Obi am to share no. To the extent say afraid the Heritage Fund Professor Mills, the main fund the currency, obey a president, and no say, you are defend the Dutch disease. A sad disease affected oil producing countries. Omunya oil na omunya oil boomer. Omofo say we are seeing no. No more start here misuse oil no so no protocol say it's a finite resource. I say you are a way bubu baby no a besa. Into President I say your heritage fund. Na interest can be into what in fire and sanka. So for the future nearby say oil resource no sir. Na say we say in 3 months yetimi cater for them. Yetimi keep bibi akra at the ato at the amount. Me as an individual, COVID-19 actually the lessons be brave. And one of the personal lessons that I have learned is that whether you come ever soon and answer end soon, adopt a prudent saving behavior. Because there be na so from hand to mouth until the aja me kwa ya bosume de and you can anticipate.
Yeah.
But look at it, say ne BBS hotels are not operating. Into your hotel here, nothing is coming. We a restaurant, a juma ma. Just say virtually affect ya ma. Be so for affect you. Into then it means to say give us a paradigm shift in life. Say no matter what the situation is, no, think about the future. Because there can be uncertainty in the future. And that uncertainty, no, and I catch up with us around this time. To me, I got some own personal life lessons from this. Sir, Myanmar, President Mahama, President Mills, a year, the 2 no, I make Casa, baby, no, be say, fancy film for one more to a drink a can.
Yeah, drink a can.
Until no, one more drink a can say. And you know what we beat him stabilization fund and another budget. Until whether we mismanage or we did not mismanage, you know, Ghanaians are not the best judges. So better say that say President Mahama mismanage or man with 1 year. And because the COVID, you know, and no now, and then a friend say the night of the day had to fall on before they could even run to the IMF. And now under a friend say one policy say Ghana beyond agency, you know, yeah, IMF, no bank, a trim, a kinky party near there, a G and E crowd, no, in spite of all this thing, will be the first country to run to the IMF to go and seek for a bailout. Enti media, we give this opportunity now about my Ghana for say, one bet nasi. Now, Oma says, Dr. Baumia Bible now has infrastructure. When to me, more infrastructure be a deal on most of the major infrastructure that is going on currently were all sourced by the NDC under President Mahama. Pokwasi, the change. You are there. President and Uncle Kati Son. Nana Yasaf, senior minister of Okati, because you see, they were bastardizers, but America was President Mahama, Jihusi designs, be our home. And it took them about almost 1.5 to 2 years to go back to that project. Some Korean and interchange has been completed. Same way, Sana, say, motorway extension, roundabout motorway here on Moyes. Sir, it was funded, in fact, beginning, the first phase was done under the GPHA Friends Support Expansion Program. And you be creating slipways to expand the motorway. And another JICA funding before why you want money in the area. The project started before we even left. Go to Tema Harbor, Nakohe. We have one of the most modern harbors, if not in Africa, West Africa. President John I was the board chairman. I know the sleepless nights that we spent in securing funding and everything for it. And then and the harbor, the efficiency, one of the best that you can get. And now go to International Airport, now call it 3. In fact, it is described, they have been awarded as the best performing airport in Africa. I mean, recently in South Africa, near West Africa. In terms of infrastructure, first class, who did it? President Muhammad did it. He said, Dr. Baumia Bano Bejano say, infrastructure, not because of Bobo. Maybe yes, who to Mran watch receive. It in America, GPH, we put up a modern state-of-the-art maritime hospital. We don't need to see maritime hospital. President Muhammad by then the Casa no say, oh, FPS no, doors. We say economy ya can say economy no ya GDP grow nina was the tireless effort of President Muhammad and President Mills. Build it 2 FPSs oil production cost because the higher GDP now you're experiencing now oil driven. And now oil price above from no. The projection is that our GDP growth will be about 1.5, which means that if you take the oil from it, they should tell us what they have done to grow the economy of this country.
Chairman, what Gina health sector now? Because a minister, and tonight I'm here saying from the ABA from the health and your education, your corruption. But yesterday on COVID-19, no, what assessment of the performance of this administration and the management of COVID-19 now? What is saying?
I think it's very, very abysmal because we know the kind of we know say a brother buy and started with Europe, Asia, China, you remember, say, President Kufadu A2 Kwan, according to European tour. In fact, Honorable Ras Mubarak, a Kasai, San Kebeya, and this one the minority, Kebeya, so going to money to because already, you know, Yahena Habano, and now epicenters for Babylona, went here and Okoi. The first 2 cases are reported were one of the persons not envoyed to the Norwegian embassy, or Canada could afford delegation for a could be a Norwegian friends consulate now a walk on and not the arena. But can't they can say, sir, we told you so. You can't out here one quank. Here beer, nobody knows, but a beer nanka. And one of the first 2 cases a buy. The second thing, the timing. There are a lot of health experts, and now one more cancer. Nanka young close to your borders. No, earlier about 2 weeks earlier than it was closed. Osha down close to here, and no one more or you won't free play no eco quarantine. It shows that if we had started it maybe a fortnight earlier, perhaps I am saying perhaps would have avoided the situation that we find ourselves in. Again, so the lockout was late. And never a lockout no so by no. Ghana Medical Association and others felt that that time no number no so a total lockdown like South Africa. South Africa did total lockdown. Yeah. I think Togo even did total lockdown. Several other countries did total lockdown. And aggressive testing and tracing and beer baby away so no intimate in Ruhon. Then again, the management of the lockdown itself was problematic. Because say, you locked down part of the country. Now, in Nipabi, say, yeah, dear, you need baby that. The street is only lorry station. And you see a lock. If you don't have a house, how do you lock yourself? Into a that one, or lock on who and now, you know, carry for the others, and at the idea. You could do higher. Natural na konti moma yentutu mirika yanko be afre ye pass ye koduru ho ibenye ba bia diti beto na MC bi akwa koshia mo ajo oshia mo o say Sanko back baby I'm free by. I mean, does it make sense to you? People need baby that. And no matter no so moko. And what you could have done as a strategy for me as a local government practitioner, they say, first, they say, obeji wam no aka say, baby I'm be am free friends say, baby I don't know how be do here there. You be baby am classroom be as well them be near kwa kofa health officials no ba be ye attestable ni ahwese mu ni yare ni bia ya shepede mu ni yede mu akọ okro wo de also mo nsan mra back on gu a friend say asanda mo haya e fro IMC ne bidding power hold the dem ko gu baby. I mean, so it became another problem. People had to go in and feed them. You cry, you be no more. You call my, you call Buglushi, maybe no more. You call Piano idea no more. Then, of course, you lock down. What's it? One lock down. What could you? Sika how much? I think about 1.2 Ghana cedi to feed the people. You see, sir, all your money I will say what data on the poorest of the poor, because already you know your program be a friend of LEAP. Livelihood empowerment against poverty program. And no, your data. And one more leap. I can't win. And it's one local down. I can't tell and the casa. NASA will leap operate here. First, you can isolate and identify the people, and then give them raw food. Say we know the maybe or mobile telephone number. If almost cash transfers, during the NDC time, your program be a friend of GSOP, Ghana Social Opportunity Program, in several, districts, about 40-something districts across the country. One of the things here was to also identify poor people and support them. It was also to address the migration of people from the north to the south. When during the lean season, when we said north, only one farming season because of rainfall pattern. Farming season, all of them migrate to the south. Until we decided to send the GSOP program so that during the lean season, will be a friend labor intensive project, which will keep them into a classroom classroom block now person we see here. Near usual local people. No. Lord require feeder road now person now what one day a now they caterpillar coffee gravels near the end near usual local labor no more air labor intensive road construction so that you keep the labor force in the north during the time of the lean season. That thing was developed. As part of that, I had a privilege as a local government minister to go to India to go and see how they do cash transfers via mobile to poor people. It was introduced as part of the GSO program. You can isolate them and do it. I feel Ghana a decentralized system of administration. You have a three-tier system of the ministries, departments, and agencies for policy making at the center, and regional coordinating councils at the middle for coordinating and harmonization of government policies and programs. And there were MMDAs, Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies, at the other tier, and what now also implementing decentralization policies. Under the assembly system, no so there will be a friend of urban town zonal councils and unit committees. Or more when we friend use tax. They are part of the local government structure. There were about 6,600 electoral areas. Every electoral area be 5 unit committee members. Also local now person feeding crop. You can use the decentralized structure of administration now they feed you. Because assemblyman be a and over 5 elected unit committee members or no. Do you know how people were treated? They were treated like animals. Yet they are good bucket mo, and I say a truck mo, tipper truck mo, care truck near two, and the air from. At the time that we were supposed to observe social distance, the management of the lockdown itself was not done properly. And the man of you lifting lockdown no. Now for I said there and for it is not just that they were happy because at long last, they can come out and have their freedom. This lockdown has taken place in several countries. I saw in Rwanda and others. Baby, you are because you come be and more any oil no money there at least 2-3 days. Now, come out the 5 cities worth of cook food. Say no one who say no one here. Aduane bi o crowd no a obeche bedu onwumira obese obeche bewi na aduane nkasa and so as no one hazards as it was also not properly managed. I mean, and that is why I believe that the government had to lift the lockdown in order to alleviate the people from further suffering as a result of the way they manage these issues.
So, maybe 2 questions in free health.
Now, let me also say that this coronavirus, and the way it has been managed up to now, is also a little problematic. NDC, the address, way and politicizing. In the present, my yes, technical team made up of health professionals, public health specialists, and the only 2 politicians that were a COVID team were selected based on certain criteria. Prosper, and former chief of staff, and former interior minister, was head of UN humanitarian and relief services. By virtue of that experience, Alessandra was the minister of health during the
administration.
Ebola time. And the first on experience with me, Dr. Jiwapia was the former Secretary General of Ghana Medical Association or a public health specialist. Dr. Grace Dankwa, a public health specialist. Zanato Rollins, MP for Krolikoti, a medical officer. Professor Kweku, a parliamentary candidate for Hokwe, a immediate pass head of School of Public Health or University of Health and Allied Sciences. It is anyone and Mrs. Mauna Trevor is a communication specialist at the FS. With this team, what they were going to do more is to get technical reports and then see how they can communicate.
Some people, say that is the beginning of the politicizing of the whole COVID-19.
The only any single thing that our technical team has done to politicize it. We went President political parties about presidency. Yeah, let's say you say pandemic no has some never continue. President Mama can say mainly did the team as a chairman. Now for 2 members of the COVID-19 team. Yeah, we are the only political party. Yeah, the prepared document of our assessment of the situation, our recommendation, and what we feel that President Kufuor received it, sir. Sincerity with which we have brought it, it's receiving me with the same sincerity. But after now, they never even called our group to say, anyway. But we are happy, sir. Most of the recommendations now, technical report, some of them have been implemented. President Mahama, a former president of the Republic of Ghana, said, a brand for the person of your constitutional amendment. Now, you amend some entrenched part of our constitution. No, this is your talk about money. He called former presidents. That one did not involve the lives of human beings. He called the former president and consulted with them. And then a pandemic, which borders on human survival and human lives. After now, when to me President Trump, President Kufuor, President Rollins, President Mahama say, Mumranian transfers, how do we do? So the president should have exhibited that kind of operation. They say, we are all in it. Obianim say, COVID-19, only political callous. It all respect you. Prime Minister of UK, one for Buamano, and no, they no question Conabim. I just say, and then you mean the dinner for fear and come at this time on that as a force assess. And what we expected the president to assess, look, President Mahama also team beer, a binomo Ebola, no don't more experience here. Can we bring everybody on board in the spirit of national unity, national cohesion? Because it's affect everybody. And
now more expectation for the formation of the committee in the say, and can I ever from the advisory members of the team or war, but they fight.
We felt to say, and I'm not doing same coin. And the minimum who experience what in more my painting, there will be a channel. Indeed, you had the two technical report echo, and President Mahama, so I hear a number of suggestions. We have contributed. In fact, if you look at the Africa continent, I can say President Mahama is the only opposition that are very proactive in this matter. One can say, in somebody's every Ebola bar, and you can't say, may one know. Why not careful? No Ebola, that is not how governance is about.
But did it necessarily require move put together a team? If you wanted some of your members to be part of the team, you could have written to the president, said, look, at the end of the day, you see your boy, your members back community and send you one more vest in the issue. No, in that's
exactly what we did, and we announced to say they are full of technical knowledge on person because you see, I can say, you know, all things being equal, 7 December, but 12. Yet 12 7 December now. The NDC has the brightest chance of forming the next government, as far as I'm concerned, the next government. President Mahama has done so many things, including putting a powerful economic management together, because you are going to look at post-COVID economic recovery. I want to ask him for them from when you were an alternative government, a government in which I say Bibiaba. I will not. So we were doing this because it's about Ghanaians.
That is what people also felt to say. NDC for
and we never run any
what the government is doing.
We never run any
so for instance, government say 1 more year contact tracing.
Did we see NDC doing contact tracing?
No, NDC for contact tracing.
Have you seen NDC going to do any fiscal implementation? Yes, technical. Technical advice. All what we do, there are people who sit in the comfort of their homes and write. Debate TV3. Professor Bedu Akosa. He made one statement. That statement changed the whole debate and the narrative. And Noguchi and others had to come out and explain how they are conducting the testing and all those things. He's an authority. So when Kasano Mia governance, I can say governance, I don't mean that when you are in government alone, you have government, you have even non-state actors, accepted by NGOs, civil society organizations. Women now are non-state actors. They don't sit down on the fence and say COVID-19 now, but they are buying also resolving, Obi to say there's a group, Professor Dr. Anabatim. They are doing fantastic work. They are advising, they are coming out with recommendations. Several other people, Ghana Medical Association, they are not mainstream government, but they are all so contributing. Cultural articles, interviews. That is how governance is about everybody getting involved. And that doesn't mean that doctor say, even when it comes to communication. Do you know that one of the biggest problems that we have about COVID-19 is communication? Yet there are several people who me too Kumasi Saturday, bad and be do but in order to satisfy my curiosity, say me about the drew 3 cities and after the me could do baby, baby about the free ye Kumasi befa konongwa gogoa ye be do baby. I do me say asankare baby and some you who say kakra you call no sapem kre bi ni ho and no now apim dro kitu bi ntimi when I'm sure we dey a very less than 4 cities because minister no dey no can so say we maybe say am no say 35 cities what Greek minister can say but you drew 3 cities in 4 cities won't you say your payenko friend no ometon the broad there 3 cities 4 cities a ho na you drew ho obi an share mask Obi a face mask, Obi a na mbisa o say na I don't know so are no sika for yare. Say yare we o board o ton board le friend say entry. It tells you the depth of lack of public education. Me see for can say on district offices 100 Ghana cedis in the brewo. Yes no yare ba ye no. Radio stations bebre o ho a abaya. In fact, even during the pandemic, there were radio stations. So back I say, "After say he from baby, yeah, program no more close. And then say, yes, it not from baby, ya close radio station." Independent but hobby friend be through OT region say ye pe radio be kan ye krom kasa akyere ye ne be hu because mo be press conference on kan hala mo kan profone ya na ye ti OT ho ba bi ne ye kasa na ye kan ye nti radio stations so no about 130 radio stations and TV stations have been closed down by this government. It me call Flaster because the president say boy na mo be radio station because you see ye wo nipa bi omo ye glued to a certain network. Who radio go me can be a call say radio no call off na ye hye kra or the to ho because opehye no say obetie hye no on radio gold say obekwa be akotie assembly. And this is somebody who was talking. So it tells you that if you want to do public education, you need to carry the people along. And there are two political persuasions at Waha. I mean, we control about 4 million plus people who vote for us, who listen to a certain radio station. Two more. Not even radio station, public education. That is why I made the suggestion, say, let's even take opportunity of this and restore some of these radio stations so that they can join in the crusade to educate public. As we speak now, public education is still a major issue. And then you know, because coronavirus attracted 1,000. And you know that when it was 100 and something, we locked down. And now 3,000 now. What we are hearing is that you do your pick. Minti be as a crowd, minimum say, because you do picker. The graph will go, reaches the peak. Then you will be a different plateau. A best one plateau, I started this. Now they are preparing the months of Ghanaians, so I didn't do pick. Idea. Within this week in Kwa, I jumped from 300, 2,000, 2040 or something, and then move on to 2,700 and something. Now we do 3,090. And now other agencies be a while. I feel no more starting your first infection. Bono,
yeah,
first no more. Then somebody comes to tell you, say, I dare no, I do the pick it, from. I mean, what? A number of scientific people and others are challenging. Say, don't do that. It's about the life of the people. You see, Donald Trump could now can say, I don't know, a Chinese for by saying Rebecca. Look, 75,000 people have lost their life in the US. In the UK, Boris Johnson, downplay Adena and Europe, UK. Over 30,000 people had died. Even in wartime situation, America didn't lose those number of people in that short space of time. But they have lost them. It's a can they say the way you the propaganda. Say the health officials and the technical people also on Becca say just order politicians about no Becca say and we call and we know the makeup of government. What MPP government and Akufo-Addo are doing is that they are so much interested in new register to the extent that a Ghana for club be woo. Now, what should the register for not the winning election? That is what you want to do. But you see, we are not kids.
What is informing such statement? Because you see, on penny near kind of one so because on penny is a Ghana for training and fun because we register. It's a very serious statement.
Yes.
What is informing that?
Because NIA, National Identification Authority, is an agency under the Office of the President. You know, and now for a registration is in region no be coronavirus abanti. It is under the auspices of Nana Akufo. It took people to go to court to go and stop them. And no crowd. It took another lawyers from his own chamber to go and fight and reverse the case. And you know, I mean, what are we talking about? Now say do you know things that are happening? Even in the middle of COVID-19, when the president himself has issued an executive order, say, your meetings, your friend say, gatherings, there have been installation of chief with large retinue of people, supervised by state security agencies. Master, it's a small screen.
It's a small screen. Chairman, who make key point to be Yes, yeah, Bobby voters register anymore because of the mafaho. My friend come back to a Jubilee House. Mumiti amoni one penny a year as political parties. No, I also raise you issue about radio stations. I shutting it down. Nanka we see baby now or more are communicating more in terms of COVID-19. No, response on penny the man. No, how did you take it?
I wasn't satisfied with it at all because also I know no close to radio station. Meanwhile, no, the minister for communication. And the NCA, Ningina agencies, the same president had gone to grant amnesty to a friend say prisoners. Everyone some woman addresses. I don't know them too, man. I don't know them too.
Chairman,
I was not happy about the answer that he gave me. I was so disappointed in the answer that he gave because I think that it is either his right, even especially when he even has an executive order. And let me know President Nana also says he has now 5 o'clock. Rebecca, not lock down. You need assembly. But he has the authority to lock us here.
Chama, Yembra, a friend is saying elections and some the real a normal AC kono. You better.
Well, yeah, bumpire say, ya rewe to be trapped. But yes, so your folks say we must place the life of Ghanaians first before any other consideration. Because one life lost is too many. Intino, me dear, American say, see, baby, we know. Young concentrate on how you know betimi and your unique effort towards addressing and getting a lasting solution to the pandemic. FACSC say, Nyame buana se pandemic ekwa. We can do our politics because you see, America, nipa wu 75,000, and ne other be bakra na nkofo sorry etia no ne ade na yenhwe wu no ene yare ene obi ka bibi ene say ade ama afa ama bi Ghana phone through yare ne say I think at least yetimi call one of the hospitals no na obi owo critical condition all go through no yetimi yamba nanimo ma ba yetwa na obi hu sania or how then Ghanaians will take it serious because since you know the way it is being managed, you know, I saw Biafra say, hey, I don't know, but Osha can have an epicenter. Out of the 3,000 plus, over 2,800, everyone can have. Now, say exponential growth now, you can once if it's anything to go by. And the Osha, you manage your social space, no money are there, nature say,
from your posture, no. Ayakwe say NDC as a political party no say ekoba say COVID-19 intini ye ntimi antwaba hamo asamanyuku.
Well, if we be force majeure act of God. When there is act of God, what can you do about it? It's not make us say I am hoping say you bet me the name now to come na 7th December atwaba. But assuming say bibi kosi na say what can you do?
But as a
Ghana for now, you are in the Wuna or how better Yeswa. No, I can more the Nipa Wukana, Maple Power, and Tino, Intiate Nipa Wunusuna, Yanko to me. Because the constitutional alternatives available. Say, in an event that we are unable to go into election by 7th December, there are constitutional provisions that have been made in the constitution, and they are very clear. Many constitutional lawyer by any profile, very clear, sir, your systems, sir. Why you bet me their handle or mine no cause say you better new government.
Regardless, you are hopeful say you bet me a soya no ano. In that respect, no, a deba and she share number 2 kwemu say enfan say an announcement about say okay COVID-19 is your market say yeah hit pick that which means that yeah check one say I don't know ebe decline na for the aflatin kwano. Mo programs and policies to say in terms of preparations for elections. Social, I think it was last week in a EC4 a year advertisement in one of the papers said one more promo, one best supply. Mamisha, I think I have the numbers. No, one by year supplies at the moment in preparation toward COVID-19. Let me look for story. No, it was a publication in one of the papers. Chairman,
no, I read it.
You read it.
We can go ahead.
It means that C itself is preparing itself for the elections, whether with a new register or not. You know, Adeba na motu na musumutu.
Well, say emra wo ho. You respect emra no. Enti no. Yet we say there are several meetings yes you use abefo kwanso near there. You a lot of Zoom meetings.
Okay.
Because nipa say obey meeting be nipa no year over 25 nya. The nipa near 1,500. I know say we did a lot of Zoom meetings. Over the weekend we did some. We are using new technology and others to reach out to our people. And you know, prepare. Organizers are meeting, youth organizers met yesterday and others, and we are all strategizing because you see, we are saying what we are doing, we want to be ahead of the situation so that in an event that we are not in normal times and cannot do normal campaign, then of course we must find some other ways of getting people to. I mean, if you look at President Mahama, for instance, his Facebook live sessions now, he's reaching out to several millions of Ghanaians, not only in Ghana but across the whole world. It is a new approach because until that time, not NDC speak out sessions. Speak out, you free Bolga and a bar northeast, a bar Narelugu, and if Narelugu near Tamale. Yeah, Tamale, na earlier on, na western north and other areas. And by this time, nanka we all the 16 regions. And no everywhere, sa ayi by yes. Into very say the strategy has changed, and we are using more social media and campaigning. And these are some of the new things that we are doing. But we are now see a monk of women and a baby building a capacity. No much support here. Now, we say we are man can Zoom, not many Zoom that. As they say, Zoom, but I could be crying outside the country. Only 3 days ago, some say Microsoft BB, and also we use it. We didn't use Zoom. No more, you're more encrypted and more secure than this one. All of us, all of us are drinking deep into ICT and social media and others. That is the nature of the work. You don't remain static when the dynamics are changing.
The issue about new voters register, from the look of things, Moha, you bet me easy timelines, you bet me new voters register at about 2018.
Medium for say, from my own experience and understanding of how registers are compiled, we are almost late in the day to go in for a new register. Because you see, in the first place, I see you're very careful, say, registration, I see people will defy social distance, and that can create problems for us. Now, you see situation be flattened. Everybody are flattened. You say it has flattened. Say, "Oh, now we go baby. It will be any say resurgence. Be me about higher dream." Again, we also work with time. Now, year registration be free. In fact, the reason why we even felt that there is no need for a new register is that Obi Anon baby say, how do we throw biometric registration away? Ghana yenya biometric registration that until 2012, you have a first biometric registration. Biometric registration, we are afibo. Minim so call American embassy that, but me call American embassy by 20 years ago. And I call American visa. No more for me biometric. Me call home mama kase, omo take fresh biometric features. And more no the year juma. Both here and baby will do our certain so. If we don't throw biometric away, it will be on nim the beer say we don't throw biometric away.
You know the issue about timelines, so say easy for about out and normal the statement by normal catch them will say per warmer arrangement, money vendors are suppliers are, and it is possible that within a period of let's say 6 and 1 month, they are able to register people observing social distance.
Massa, see, we don't need a new register. This country doesn't need a new register. Because you see, we have a register, a credible register, a biometric register already. What we need is to add on what we have. Here from 1992, in a new register. I mean, you two old register being good. Even 1992, Krana, you use thumb printing. Thumb printing. 1 and 2 register that and when we were migrating. Oba na bisa say what road in pen near here all register near here way. Na they update you. Na ne onye bi da kra no near your fresh registration. Saa na mra you started biometric use no. Ye the old ID card na ba ye hwe a features a was so near take features omo here na they all what they needed was the biometric features near take it. Now no say kra there they have my biometric feature. They have your biometric feature. What are you going to do again? Your friend say bra na you say e bra. Some years within society and within society. When you society, we biometric features in society. Why are they going to ask you to come and repeat the same things that they have again? That is why we said that there is no need for a new register. And now the other thing is that so also control ni pe din kura na. Ye nyina nim so also ye gan na ni. Ade ba ho pa ye hwe so gan na ni e your birth certificate. Easy for the CIA Parliament say you kwa control din na kwa new registration. Say odo birth certificate ba e no nkyere say yan nani. Na mom no e say national identification card. As a national identification card no in doing it no one of the breeder document omu hia no your birth certificate. Any passport. O kwa passport so na nkuta birth certificate any passport mo. So how do you reject the parent material na a birth certificate na waka to be for passport and one say nipa no only birth certificate won't be in your passport. Now you undertook a national identification exercise in such a haphazard manner to the extent to say you have ended up being Greater Accra. So we total number of registered voters are now Greater Accra about 3.something million registered voters. No, not more than half have been captured under the NIA. Are you telling us that we are going to do a new registration and say any NIA card no? Then there's going to be trouble in this country. So then you go with this law and you want to ensure say Obia here in the Ashanti region, figures will come out. I think next week we'll come out with a major statement on this matter. In Upper and Upper West region, in Northern region, less than 50% of the population was registered under the NIA. Did you go there to deliberately suppress the votes, the numbers? Initially, NIA has nothing to do because South Electoral Commission monitor. The only body or one mandate or the registered the Electoral Commission for the purpose of voting, and yet National Identification Authority. Then one can register. And no card ukuta. If you are not banks are Ghana, they take your friends a voter ID. No more dia. What they are to about referendum. What they are to assembly about. What they are all the other elections are by as late as last year. District Assembly election Unity Committee election. We will say perfect. BBI all right. Then I can brave for by saying the register is not credible. And yet credible. Register they are elected presidents, MPs. I elect to assembly, they are creating new regions, and they are elected assembly members. You see, they are not being transparent to the good people of this country. To the extent that can say, do you know that in crafting a constitutional instrument for elections, the convention we have developed all these years, and that for example, Charlotte say, ABC, Mami, as they say, political parties, the representatives eba. Now, yet me a constitutional instrument now. Because you see, you're building IPAC because you're building consensus on every aspect of the electoral process. Because you're too about, and you're too about, no one is too about. We build confidence in the system by involving everybody. In 2012, Obiamwa, I think Obiamwa was the MPP rep, and Alhaji Hudiaya was NDC rep. And Kabila was the representing the minority parties on the team now. A crafty constitutional instrument now. Yeah, the two aba the registered. This time round, the Electoral Commission didn't even call the political parties. Before we are aware, no, see the CA and then and the Electoral Commission for timetable even for their activities. They call IPAC and sit with the political parties and together we draw up these things because at least even though we are independent, but they involve us because we are major and including other non-state actors to say diplomatic community and then civil society organizations bi say CDD ne ayi mo ne ade ene said Danida and money at Diamono, USAID, Domina, support the electoral process. It enhances transparency and build confidence in the system.
Is it that say a more political party no more invite man said Danida at the end of one more court name?
Not say almost fire pack, members of fire pack, almost number in as observers during IPAC meeting. See, Uncle IPAC meeting, I don't know what role they are playing, but I think that all of them are left out.
Chairman, the issue about, the fidelity of, and I said, database, maybe you should send the debate here. Because what can we do? You see, phone back catch and say, ownership of the data component, more. Software now, one use no say outdated. One more issues about BVRs and BVDs.
You are an ICT person, and you know that there is nothing called outdated data. Data when they are outdated. Moha. Happy FM, no more station for and a mobile. Munyama model go computer and then young man will go soon in your was in and now castle boy and once I will call a neighbor. What is outdated data?
One more I say data transfer every one software platform to another platform. It will be a problem for that. That's been the argument. NDC and officer say they will compile a new one. The vendor himself had stated.
It is not true. It is not true.
More documented.
It is not true. It is not true. Whatever they were saying is not true. The vendor says that it is possible to migrate, and then the technical people have gone to prove say it is possible. It is not rocket science. It is not. It's not correct. It is not true.
Chairman,
it is true. I'm telling you on authority, it's not true because there are a lot of ICT people. Maybe it is because of where you are. Because of where you are sitting, otherwise, I'm telling you that it is not true that it is not transferable. We can search on any way. All add-ons, all the registration, any ever two assembly election, so a year, capture new data, and they transferred those new data. Use BVDs. Initially, they wanted to do the things in the friends and district offices. Later on, they did it and transfer. And transfer and come to me, the transfer by go, the main so. They did it. They are not being truthful to it. The fact of the matter is that we are still opposed to a new register because we think that that is not the way to go.
Chairman, my final question on voters register, and sir, EC4, and then the question beside, and number out normal say, we are capable, willing, and ready to compile a new register. So much as a party, call for register and I say register.
Well, I cannot answer that question now because a lot of factors are to be considered. Do you know that the minority are in the Supreme Court challenging the CI now and what Parliament is saying? There are so many hurdles to cross, and let us cross that hurdle before we can make that decision.
Happy 98.9 FM no asuguso awuti ni chairman Ofosu-Ampofo national chairman Emma NDC Amanyoko ewia me no edi nkomo efa woman Ghana ho maka chese dwumadi wutia about woman Ghana se ne ye nyina ye betimi atoato adwene ne yakekere ye man sem na ye na nanom ekon ya omagi woman yi ede to ho man no eno ana ye nso so ye toa so medin ade sam metenemu ama menua okatachie afirifa mensa kwa me hu se wo hwe e wo fe live ye Jumano and Tiajuada Brana Ebetwaso. Chairman, Mamim just one thing about NDC preparedness. No, Mekaisa last year, Moka said more year Massetia Manifesto Committee, one more across the districts, a one more, and a Ghana for Ekodin Komo, AG information, no, every Ghana for half a.
Oh, yeah, Papa. Oh, yeah. President Mahama said, obey bottom up approach to Manifesto building. It started with various professional groups in civil society organizations. Yane Ghana Bar Association, Yane Ghana Medical Association, Yane NAGRAT, Yane NAT, Yane Christian Council, Yane Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, Yane Catholic Bishop Conference, Asia, Yane Moderate Private Church in Empenyu for Asia, Yane UTAC, University Teachers Association, Asia, Yane TUTAC, Technical University Teachers Association, Asia. several professional bodies, you know, Moshia, you know, more akasa, you know, inputs. And you started speaker sessions now, and so you have a number of regions, sir. You know, ordinary Ghanaians, Kushia, and you know, Maxama. I mean, you see, sometimes you can't see you starting off. Also, I'm saying, Gabi, oh, you need ideas. We are bereft of ideas now. We are running to the people to go and get their idea. But you see, you are going to govern the people. It stands to reason that listen to the people that you want to go and govern of and take their concerns on. Yeah, they are not too far. You are setting up a manifesto committee. Manifesto committee, we know Cassette now, our manifesto is almost ready. And the inputs, we are getting input from all over the place. Yeah, they build what we call the People's Manifesto. At the appropriate time, you bet that manifesto and the content of the manifesto will reveal that indeed going to the people and speaking to the people has given us the opportunity to craft a manifesto that responds exactly to the wishes and aspirations of the ordinary people.
Chairman, were there any commonalities in terms of one from academia back to the grassroots level at the districts? No, were there any common issues around it throughout?
The first common issue, a common denominator, say, for the first time, a political party had decided to involve them in the preparation of their manifesto. That is the common denominator. Dressmakers can a lawyer for a teacher for be so for can say this is the time who say my cognizance say yes we in fact that is one thing common that has gone through. The second common thing they could say maybe could be who say Ghanaians are disappointed in the management of this country and they feel that nipa bre and the present dispensation maybe obidu bia say kuku na be from say businessmen say drivers na no beka so say teachers na no beka so everybody felt that there is a lot of untold hardship that has been visited to them by the way the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has managed the affairs of the country. And also one common thing a firm. Apart from that, in the meeting, depending on which people that you are meeting, you know, we should have fishermen or more do months and beba. Okay. No more catching on say NDC quite afarefo ba mo brene o hawo mo namu ukona ukoko ne akuafokoshia on beka tro fertilizer near the mom na ye a friend say free fertilizer at the mom ne ade and so aye de am o munya etu beko ba bia they will always be telling you something. And also one of the things are not a hank of what dream be pie abandoned projects. People were very worried because the hank of what can they say projects when we na ye home business and the protocol of amortization time so tua and so projects no ho yam fa nya bibi and na ye tua ho ka as ye de bibi a wo hwe ba bia University of Ghana Medical Hospital ya you see why nanka the purpose is even to use to promote medical tourism. So they are South Africa, ni Europe, ni a days almost special medical, you know, West Africa, Accra, no better to make a bagana. And Kasika, the year and 3 years in near sea one, and can be at more money if you assess cano. And those are the things that people are very worried about. People are worried about the fact that the Eastern Corridor Road was being constructed. It connects about 20 political districts between the southern and the northern part of the country. Now, ya could do baby now. Ya best stop project, ni abandon project na sa wo yobi sa wo tu kwan na nse na kofa pando hohoi e de kosi nkwanta e de kwa kosi kpata e de kosi bimbila na wo hu sɛnea ya abandon project na project ya wo yam be hyehyɛ no wo so bebree sɛ o man sika pa na ene ya to na jaja mu sa wo kokɔ e-blocks a ya sia ya jasi wiram and I know we can say Professor Dayo said so a location na ya de e-blocks NCC yenti no na me so brasakumbo no udim Lashibi funeral home just beyond funeral home Lashibi no one of the e-blocks ya see wie si ho ba ye afeni acheni everything they said wiram nobody is doing it but we had the number of junior high schools what Bachona Lashibi any Sakumbo no ekusi Klagon ba hodom na se bi school na say day school kra ma this school dan ayama e da so hyewiram e wo no ma yesi awie And yet, siting, it is sited within the estates. And these are the things that, this is the legacy. Projects and better say, Minya, your de Ghana, Sikaya, you be used to say, men family, Sanka, men, your home. This is Godom, na Emperor, na Yintuyahoka. It's most unfortunate, and I think that is what ran through everywhere. People were not happy about abandoned projects. And we have assured them, say, Nyamiya Aduma, President John Dramani Mahama Bessan Babiu. Now, tell a new future na Tadian, or no, to me, comes Tadian. Eh, Bia, send the future, I don't know. Tell la for no Bahen, well, who started into no, abandon will come and bring the smiles. But when you look at the road sector, you look at the education sector, you look at the health sector, and you look at contribution, by NDC. And I'm going to say, I share a year records and the day. Education sector can now be sound. Apart from say, I can health sector, all regional hospitals say, well, man, we must say, no, a NDC legacy. All regional hospitals. Regional hospital, NDC legacy. Sunyani Regional Hospital, NDC legacy. Cape Coast Regional Hospital, NDC legacy. A friend say, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, region, NDC legacy. Uko Ashanti region, Ashanti Regional Hospital, more abandoned. Robert was near we. Uko Waha, no regional hospital. You see one of the modern hospitals at your mom as regional hospital. You see back on our Borga and I upgrade Tamale teaching hospital to modern status. Bisa MPP say Omonche regional hospital back home was. Over the street hospitals there and the Bobwe Bebre
Chairman. Say for no the and some say be you know be one person me bisa. Must suspend the former central
that's a letter, Baba.
Chairman, I didn't number the suspending.
The letter explained that he's engaged in anti-party activity, and it's against the constitution of the party.
Now, it is hard no more. Ultimate Children.
Oh, Ultimate Children.
And Obi Children, our party, Nasa suspending.
When we say anti-party activity,
and only a day anti-party activities near day.
And Nipana or Yabon, let me say, you're inviting the Somra. I refer to the disciplinary committee. All the evidences will be placed before him. We are a very democratic party, and we want to by the rule of law and our constitution. Until we don't discuss these matters on air. But NDC is a party that you have more people the freedom. Me, I'm a chief. I have come under several attacks on things decisions that I have taken by our party people. We accommodate internal dissent in terms of one year in policy, but loyalty is non-negotiable.
Let's just say Alote was not loyal to the party.
Well, I am saying that party loyalty and party principles cannot be sacrificed on any altar.
Chairman, Bibi Chiremajune Kakra, and they say, simple. Alote was showing signs of disloyalty. Sanka, to say the normal corporate system, no more to me initially, move to me a friend, Alote, or no, my yebino,
I want to put it on record that it has been done.
It has been done?
Yes. And I'm talking as the chairman of the party, and I'm saying that he can call and say, Obi Amfred and then Kasai. Even at the functional executive level, it has been done before. And at the personal level, at the higher level, it has been done, at least involving myself.
The response to issues I'm raising there then?
We don't discuss this things on phone, on radio.
Chama, moving on quickly to issue about...
But I believe that if he loves the party, Kofi Adams, he's now almost, he has one foot. He had challenges in the party. Disciplinary actions were taken. He went through it. Later on, he was exonerated. He came back to the fold. He became a national organizer of the party, and now is a parliamentary candidate.
Chairman, Bisa final question to me nubi. And Sama Mofanka Tuni Mapinda John Dramani Mahama during one of the social media and no Sama Wakaye what describe about handling of COVID-19 no, in some words. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in responding, he told him, sir, he should have his data right and sana wabekasa actually Ghana for. How does he go about preparing for such sessions and sana wabekasa if the Vice President is suggesting, say, he hasn't got his data right?
President Mahama is very thorough. President Mahama is a walking encyclopedia. He doesn't need to open a book to record data and record records of what he has done under his administration. Sometimes when you go with him on interview, maybe you should one interview not translation for BBM. But me record my only worry is that if you have a vice president who wants to compare apples and mangoes, then we cannot even further the debate. Because when they are dealing with a health pandemic issue, now of doom so assemble. In any case, doom so okay. Wow, Vice President, what meeting say President Mahama has. But what catch is on one occasion doom so this was. Wama doom so jaya. He shouldn't glorify himself. That is evidence that okay. Why do you come and talk about compare doom so and a health pandemic? At least you can say Ebola by now you're president pandemic. So when you are doing proper analysis, you find a basis for the analysis. Pandemic against pandemic. How did you handle your pandemic? How are we handling our pandemic? Then you have a basis for comparison. But you don't come and talk about doing so against coronavirus. Public reaction should let him know that he's outliving his usefulness. Because as a demand in the economy, in the demand of that's one handle the economy of the country. And I could do baby, yet me appointed 40-member economic team. Our non driver, our driver car. You were in China, I call Frank of what after which now on a car in YouTube. I mean, what's it be that? Exchange rate, Edda. I expected, say, now any probably before say because of excessive a friend say importation, and now Emma you see the new intimate enina. Inti emra coronavirus you buy commercial activities are cut down, export they are cut down. In conformity in China bebre, but near me say anchor. Our country will show some resilience. Not 8 million per no mukakra. So say a pound is over 7 cedis. Dollar is about almost 6 cedis. Time of President Mahama Flo, now about 3 point something. And I'm most mobile be stabilize it. Now my economy now you look at where the dollar CD rate is. And you pride yourself, President Mahama Bekasa, with all the records at his disposal. Now, we see manage economy, economy. Again, some 3 weeks into coronavirus, no more to make a World Bank, when you have celebrated, say, with Kenke party, say, money, World Bank, IMF, Ghana beyond aid. And for me, I believe that it's an opportunity for Ghanaians to assess a Juma President Dramani Mahama Beye. And Canada Kufuado Ababeye. Ne time I 6 months. Na ye kotoba, all things being equal. Now, yet me compare records. Ne the records of Akotoba. But I believe that President John Dramani Mahama stands very, very, very tall in terms of the contribution to the governance system of this country, to students, Ebishia, Nansaya, Nooks for technical university. Technical university is elevated polytechnic to technical university status. Almost 3 years now, no, nothing is happening. Sunday on beto no sanity. And they were pleading, say, Nipa now or the dear de buyer or the brain behind them. So if I have time, we can go through all sectors of the economy, and we can assure you, say, propaganda is different governance. Propaganda is different governance. Now, we can say, we Ghana economy no, a year propaganda. Now, when COVID-19 by, a be exposed to say economy no, you run in 3 weeks to go and look for a and see one of the questions people ask, Parliament must go. Specifically, what are you going to use the money for? We must know, because however long it takes, media na meka Ghana for instance, you can around this time no yem fan paibo kese na yem monpai na yare ya aba ediewu ewo amanaman bebre so no yentimi si anokwan ye si anokwan na ye hu se abro yi puma Africa mu a we will come back into the main politics issues, and then NDC is very, very, very well prepared to go into the 2020 elections with one aim: to win parliamentary majority and form the next government with President John Dramani Mahama as the next president of the Republic of Ghana.
Chairman, more running mate. More you running mate there.
You run into any problem, cry.
But more you need that.
You need that. See a young Calvert.
Okay.
There are processes for us to get a running mate. Okay. But President Mahama, I can say, in the middle of this COVID, running mate are something. I think we have more than enough capable hands. I'm waiting about Beso Sajum Mwabuano on my year, not yet pushing the agenda of governing the country back on track.
There's a final question, maybe, sir, Chairman. So for the working in an NDC for moon or the Papa Bio Mampany at the Danko Kufado. Who bet me no more mean as a politician, what practices politics actually no. Who want to say no? Well,
it is not my duty to come and tell what the president has done.
But
it means imagine can say I mean, it will be disingenuous on my part to stand here and say or but that is not the responsibility. It's for him and his government to tell us what they are doing.
But
that is not my responsibility, and that is not my duty. But at least governance there is a lot of things that you can say. But to me, I can say, so be 1 year and say, say, or Baba be practicing a lean government. No, end up now when you're the largest gargantuan government in the history of this country, and only are there. Meet me, I can say, the power say, or can't so bad the kid one can see it. What me they say, what me a very fat government size. And then the size of government is so huge. About this time and the more economic crisis now, what you can do is to downsize and ensure say what we and no can say on family and friends. And also I had the power say what me around the families and friends government. What me do abusuafo bebre me dey ho na me fi me ochi nti ho na me fi me nim but me meje mo body eti no so no ade a why are the pa say o can say on run the family and friends government no about what me about run the most family and friends government in the history of this country. And also why are the those are the things I'm meeting about so say what me are the one.
Come on. Comment you will be sending me. I think says appropriate so respond answer no come. Will be at the send me say honorable Kennedy Japan. I can wo network we say so. Show we as say. See the old register na eto aba automatically the NDC for more 1.5 million votes e wo mu dada. And no tin na my chinchina say issue old register.
It doesn't make sense at all because they use the old register and won an election by 1 million votes. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense at all. There is no minimum mathematics. I would me the children say, "You can't go to about the register. Go to about one winning by 1 million. I say about 2 about for be 1.5 million. Say 1.5 million be over here. I get me lose election now. The question that you have to ask them, they say, why have they won an election with 1 million votes with a register and they are running away from that register? That is the thing they have to answer. That is more. Question papa so Rebecca say Obia lose election by 1 million votes. Also 1.5 million. Now 1.5 million now 1.5 million. You know they confess at 1.5 million now win. Ask them that why have they won an election with a register with 1 million votes and they are running away from that register? Let them give you that answer. That is the most relevant question to ask.
Chairman, merci. We say And
chairman sportsman.
And me sports can. Me sports chairman only say me sports can.
Ochima, why you say a difference that Ochima why you on chairman. Ochima we di your man so no fe mama we dey on
politician.
Na so of him
sportsman.
Of him who so no one nam.
I say kakra kan.
Me ejina fiase. Divisional quality.
Oh,
Young sports.
Nana Wadaroma, yare by football for. I could switch up by say, or Momska. Now on from my clubs in 2 years, Saris Nianti. As a chairman of a political party, if say it is in order.
It's in order, seriously, because see, I see a mass stimulus package near their support to one more, I was a COVID-19 in one. Football administrators come. See, I would say hoteliers, hotel judgment here say, one more watchers and a more package, no more fat and so on. Ubia confer footballers, Utiomoka, Yarenti and more league. What are you supposed to do? What you are supposed to do is to also include them in whatever package that you have for distress organizations. Football is one of the distress organizations of watching as in my own estimation, it is a legitimate request to say government be money about football administration because your league in Ukraine say and the league in Ukraine so no and what's a clubs no survival. But my mean so can say one month should be by sportsmen and women they have taken advantage of this distress situation to show love for their country. And say, "Na me share Sadio Mane. Yes, $50,000. Na me share say Didier Drogba. So Abwa. I say at the hospital be at the Ama. Ronaldo ni hotel kasiye or the quarantine center say omo fan quarantine for hodno. And several of the ebinum kra ye charity normal raising funds. Say Ghana hakra mate say some of the footballers no so no Abba support. And say ejina sa opportunity na me de bon about so omo ma ye beside na no. You see sika wo sika dan man na sa sika no am benefiting the pa and for so ni so. This is the time more contract kese ni ade. Omo ye no omo mra no omo meboa. Se se na ye nyina so no obia from de kakra or de boa. Enti me dem gidi say footballers ho akire wo. Na ho akire na say ese ye boa 600 scan on kwaji by 600 million a day support to distress ifo for footballers in kan la means made it was say and now say GF for those no mate say ada for this can at the abraham
also on for operational work
and operational work na enkrofo no be ball and kasa no so mo fu and omo nya ho de on be park so operation be na obet me. The first thing to think about the human resource because without the players and the teams, there will be no FA. The FA cannot operate in a vacuum. The FA operates because there are teams. The first priority is look at the footballers and the administrators for them to survive before football can survive. Because if they don't survive and you have that money, whatever operation you are doing, you can't go ahead. And the human beings to play the football and the teams to be part of the competition are not there. If they are not there, you can't achieve anything.
Chairman, that's
Mr. Damas.
How